One of my interests in the world is America, and as Mahdi Shaheeb Sher is America and the American space program. I think the interesting thing about the American space program is that most of its space flight aircraft look like jumbo jets, and that's the interesting thing about the American space program. They look like jumbo jets. That's what those space shuttles look like, and it's very unusual. They shouldn't look like jumbo jets like that. If you look at the space programs throughout the world, they look like missiles, missile shuttles, missile space flight shuttles. If you look at Chinese space flight, if you look at tourism space flight, if you look at the European Space Agency, if you look at Russian space flight, they're all normal space flight. They look like missile space flight, so sure. But the very interesting thing about the American space program is they have jumbo jets for space flight shuttles, and we shouldn't have 747 jumbo jets into space. It's space flight, and it's unacceptable to have jumbo jets in space flight. Why? Because they're jumbo buns. That's why we shouldn't have space flight with jumbo jets. Now, if we study the American space program and how those space shuttles look like in the Kennedy Space Flight Center in Arizona or somewhere, and the NASA and those space shuttles that are involved pioneering astronauts such as Neil Armstrong and Apollo 13 and all of those other dedicated American astronauts that have lost their lives in unusual crashes and explosions with their attempts at space flight. It's very serious, very tragic. It's more tragic than serious. But I think the part of the reason to blame for that condition is the fact that those are jumbo jets, not space craft. They're not spacecraft, they're jumbo jets. And I think that for America to claim to have walked on the moon for the benefit of mankind, and to have those jumbo jets carrying those astronauts for the benefit of mankind is absolutely ridiculous. And I think the American space program is absolutely ridiculous and farcical and comical for the fact that they use jumbo jets for space flight and for landing on the moon. If that's how Americans do space flights, that's what they do. And that's the American space program, jumbo jets. Thank you very much.